And the air was just right for Skyrim. And we're going to continue Myndi's adventures. As she gains power as the Dragonborn. Playing 1.3.3. So we've added a few things, which is kind of cool. Always ever evolving. The mod list is ever evolving. Unfortunately, I evolve like every day. Every day I find something else I want to add. So, just, grab a version, play it. You can always update to the latest if you want to. Okay, that is very interesting. So I don't know why, even with the frame gen on, and I got rid of reshade because I thought it was reshade dragging my frame rate down, but still it's pulling 35, 40 frames a second here, and that's without reshade. That is a little hummingbird. This is a heavy area right here though, so maybe that has something to do with it. And we're streaming. I mean, with the frame gen, we're still up around 70 frames a second, though. Now it says 100, which means we're up to 50 frames a second. That's more like what I expect. Well, we're just going to play for a while and see where it goes. Because Reshade was running, I was running RTGI. So Ray Trace Global Illumination. Yeah, for some reason it's still saying that it's sucking wind. Like 40 frames a second. So I don't know. What's your major malfunction, Pile?
All they do is work, sleep, and eat.
That's a vampire.
You need something?
Yeah, let me look at your eyes.
Yes.
It's kind of a dead giveaway. Also your dialogue. Alright, where are we off to? The Journal. Pets of Skyrim. We need to feed Sweet Roll, Sweet Roll. Oh, we already did. Use the companionship of a loyal animal. I should inquire in town. PC is taking skooma? Are you saying that the frame gen is not on? Is that what you're saying? I think the frame gen's on. At least it says it's on. Hopefully it's not jittery. Yeah, 40 FPS sucks wind. Yeah, I don't know why. That's really weird because I got rid of reshade completely. Maybe I should put it back in. You think? I mean, if it's because my frame rate sucks worse with it out than with it in. Yeah, no jitter because I've got the frame gen going. So it says I'm pulling like 77 frames a second with the frame gen, but that means it's like 36 or 37. Yeah, 38, which, and 95% usage. I must not be, oh, I know what it is. All right, well, let's fix this. Save, new save. Yeah, I'm probably running DLAA instead of DLSS. And I'm running 3440 by 1440 native resolution. So it's pushing like 5 million pixels with no upscaling. And that's a lot of pixels for my little system. It just can't handle it, man. It's like I'm old and tired. Leave me alone. All right, we're gonna see if we can fix it. So at least I'm pretty sure. Let's wait till this comes up. Okay, so no, we're running 11, so maybe we should turn 11 off. That should have frame gen in it. Maybe it was doubling up on the frame gen. Let's try that again. We're going to do this. And because this version is the latest version, which should have some form of frame generation in it. And how are we set here? Okay, we're set on quality. So let's move this to like balanced. And it should have frame gen. We're going to try this one more time. If the frame gen still sucks, then we'll go back to the old frame gen or the other frame gen. It's probably because it's trying to render it twice is my guess. No, I think my main problem is my resolution. If I was playing at 1080, I could probably get a decent frame rate out of it. But yeah, RTGI was sucking 10 to 15 frames a second right off the top. So playing around with that last night while I was watching your stream, kind of in the background, I found that, you know, in the heavy spot on the bridge in Riverwood was down around 30 frames a second. But if I got rid of RTGI, it was up around 45. And that's a really heavy spot. And everywhere else was like 50 to 75. So I was happier with that. And I wasn't losing very much as far as visual enhancement by getting rid of RTGI. But yeah, it would gain 10 to 15 frames a second without it. So ray tracing looks nice, but it's expensive. That's what we learned. Ray tracing's expensive. So we're going to run it without it. I'm surprised that that guy was saying that he was able to run it on a 1080 Ti. That blows my mind. You know, because a 1080 Ti, what kind of, I don't even know what kind of VRAM that has. Let's look at the specs. It's, oh, okay. So it has 11 gigabytes. I didn't know the 1080 Ti had 11 gigs. It's got 11 gigs of VRAM on it. That's a pretty good card. It's GDDR5X, not 6X, but that's not a big deal. It's not an RTX card, but that's not a big deal either. But Yeah, no kidding. It's got 11 gigs on it. Well, it's still a VRAM issue, right? My game pulls. I mean, if you run VRAMer and you're on 1080p, you can get it down below 12. A 1060 only has 6 gigabytes. There's no way. But a 1080 Ti, I didn't know it had 11 gigs worth of VRAM. I was thinking it only had 6 or 8 gigs worth of VRAM, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sure about you're able to run it, but even get rid of the EMB because it's still going to pull, quite a bit of VRAM. But hey, if he's able to run it at 75 frames a second, that's screaming. Vcache. Well, I know what I need to upgrade. The next system. I've had this system for a couple of years. I'm waiting until at least 2 generations, maybe 3 generations of graphics cards. So this has a 3090 in it, so 40, 50. Maybe when the 6090 comes out, I'll think about upgrading. I may, it would be kind of a pain in the butt to change out the motherboard and change over from Intel to AMD. But it's something to keep in mind for the next system, right? To maybe go AMD with the X3D. When I do decide. A 50 series card? Yeah. I might skip the 40 and the 50 and wait for the 60 because my last system had a 1060 GTX in it. And an Intel i7 930. So it's a pretty old. And it was running DDR3. All right, well, there we're at 45, 46 rather than 30. 52 that way. We're not running the upscaler. But like I said, I think this version does have the upscaler built into it. It may be better. I mean, they were running 55, 60, looking out over the forest of Falkreath. That's not too bad. Let's go get that sky shard. What do we got over here? What's in the sack? What's in the barrel? Bunch of almonds and onions. That is a red onion. A very deep red onion. We have shallots too. And walnuts. And wheat. You know what? We'll take the wheat.
All right.
Think we can sneak up on them? Oh, they're just sitting there. Crud. That's not set up. Well, that worked, but a little strange. Fiona! Misheard onions for Funyuns. Wasn't looking at the stream. Had to check and make sure there was some kind of snack foods mod action going on. Yeah, no mod action. No snack food mod action. It says I'm running like in the 50s here. That's 38, 39. Okay, so we're going to change this around a little bit. Please hold while we change around our upscaler. So we'll go back into this. Let's turn off that one. We'll turn on this one. This is version 10. This one does not have an upscaler built into it. Let's take a look at it. We are running on quality. Why don't we put this on balanced? Yada, yada, yakety, schmackety, blah. The rest of that looks good. Okay. And then we want to do this. Come on. Give it to me, baby. Coolio. Here we go. So this should pull right around 40, but then we can double it. And again, we're not running RTGI, so I'm hoping to, with the frame generator, run over 100 frames per second, have a smooth stream. I'm hopeful. Finished my fruit smoothie. Little banana, strawberry, blueberry, and kefir. Blend it all up. Makes for a tasty little afternoon snack. This morning was filling out the paperwork and sending it off to renew my passport so that I can take more trips to Mexico and Bahamas and places like that. Go to Fiji. Go to Australia. Australia would be nice. Never been there. It's a hell of a long flight, though. But yeah, you got to have a passport. So I need to re-up that. And then had to get the chores done. So it was clean the house, clean the bedroom, clean the master bath. Get that all done. Took the dogs for a walk. Now it's playtime. So, I wonder. Okay. You miss wasabi Funyuns? I'll pass on that. I miss the wasabi mayo and chipotle with the crab cakes. Oh my God. The crab cakes that when you order of crab cakes at the sushi place I go to, they're no kidding about the size of a softball. They're about that big around. big round ball like that, crab cake, right? And you get 4 of them. What's up, Jason? So you want to talk about just stuffing your gut full of some crab cake. That's some good stuff there. The problem I have with ordering crab cake, if it's just my wife and I, is then we also want rolls and gyoza and sashimi, and then it's way too much food. We can't eat it all. You know, I wish I had like a half order of crab cakes. That'd be perfect. Just two softball-sized crab cakes, one for her, one for me. It would be perfect. It would be a beautiful thing. And the clouds would part, and a little ray of light would come down, and the angels would sing, "Oh." Rapid bow combo version 3. I don't know what that last word is. Waff? Oh, with all of the mods, and it doesn't work. Some of them. Oh, well, you need to set up a key for bow rapid combo. Yeah, the hotkeys in the MCM. That is correct. Princess, what's up? So I set my hotkey as my my scroll wheel button, not the scroll wheel itself, but pushing down on the scroll wheel button, because then I've got, you know, normal attacks left click, power attacks right click with 1-click power attack, and then scroll wheel for bow rapid combo. So that's all handled with these 2 fingers. It's a different mod that bow rapid combo uses. It's a hotkey skill, I think it's called. So read the see. So now it says I'm pulling 88 frames a second, or exporting 88. That I can live with. I don't know. It's still low. Cereal straws. So if I pull a bow, right? That's my middle mouse button. And if I'm going sideways, I get the spin, and if I press backward, I get the jump shot. Forward is just that, the slash move. So, but that, if I look at my MCM, let's look at the MCM here really quick. I believe it's just called hotkey skill. Here we go, hotkey skill. And you don't set anything up here. Okay, you just need to have this installed. Okay, so I didn't choose anything for these. They're all marked as R2, but it doesn't matter. I just need to have this hotkey skill installed, right? And then I go to bow rapid combo, yada, 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 yada. This is where I want to set my key. And you can see that I don't have anything set for combo key 2, but combo, because it's not being used. But combo key 1 is my mouse 3. Yeah, it's a requirement, but you're not actually doing anything with it. The bow rapid combo is using it, is what it's doing. Um, I'm going to put reshade back in because that's not what was affecting my frame rate like I thought it was. So bear with me. Let's find, and don't mind the camel porn download. Oh wait, there's no camel porn in here. I must have deleted it. Um, hmm, Kimbosabi. Let me look. There might be an easier way to do this. We are playing this one, Wabbajack, Nico Experience, MO2, stock game. Okay, so we go to a different installation. How about, do I have another installation of this? That's Vagabond. That's Lorerim. That's what I'm compiling from. I believe that this doesn't have it. This is the test install. I'm looking for DXGI. I don't see it. So we're going to have to do it this way. Reshade.me. It's on my upper screen. We use cookies. I like cookies. All right, download. Download Reshade 610. Ooh, it's a later version. Cool. Cool, cool. So, where would I have put that? I may have to grab that. Google Drive. Let's sign in. And then let's go Nico's Reshade, I. And let's download that. Okay, so we have both of these now. And let's put them on a desktop and we can work with them. Okay, cool. So we want to, I shouldn't have closed that. I need that folder. We want to go here, 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 MO2, stock game, and dump this in not both of them, just that one. Okay, so that's Nico's Reshade is in there. Now we're going to double click this. We're going to say run it. We need to pick gamer application. Let's browse Windows, Wabbajack, Nico Experience, MO2, stock game, that one, open. Next. It's a DirectX 11 game. Next. Choose a preset, browse, stock game. Nico's reshade. Cool. All right, cool. Next. Gotta let it install, man. Strange question. Windows alert and thought it was time to lodge it. Freaking. YouTube get a main screen update changing everything, or is it just me? Stupid kitten sat on the keyboard again. I don't ever go to the main page, I don't think. So it's downloading shaders. The other thing we need to do, okay, so now it's installed. And we have reshade log, reshade INI, Nico's reshade. And then we should have DXGI. That's the one we want. Okay. We need to look in here. And we need to look in here. My play drive. I have two different versions that I purchased of reshade RTGI. So we have 1.7. Let's grab that one. I want both of those. We're going to drag and drop them here. Replace. And then we want to go up one and drag and drop this in there. Cool. Cool. Very cool. I hope I have display depth. I should. Let's run it. While it's starting up, I'm going to go rinse my cup out because that's pretty grungy. I don't want it to get caked on there. I'll be right back. Well, it helps if I put the microphone down now, doesn't it? I was going on a big tirade about Rudy's EMB with Kinds, Weather, and Seasons and why I love it so much. Because it's It's vibrant. I can get the colors. Nice mic. Yeah, it's built into the headset. It's just a cheapo G930 headset. It's muted. Am I still muted? Hello? Are we still muted? No. Sound should be coming through, Ren. Let me know if you hear sound. Do we hear sound? It's showing that sound's coming through. You can hear. Okay, cool. 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 What do you mean no, Ren? Oh, I'm good now? Okay, cool. Because I'm looking at OBS and it's showing my little meter moving when I talk. Um, so what EMB do I use? I use Rudy's EMB for Obsidian Weathers. The reason I use it, and I use it with Kind's Weather and Seasons, which is based on Obsidian Weathers, okay? There's a little bit of lag, I guess, but okay, thank you everybody, thank you. The reason I like it so much is because it's vibrant. I look at a few different things to get coloration correct, okay? And when I look at my game, the first thing I look at is sky color, okay? Is it too blue? Is it too baby blue washed out? Okay, like cathedral, a lot of cathedral weather, the sky to me looks kind of washed out. Okay, doesn't look like blue sky to me, or the color doesn't look right. Okay, so I look at sky. The other thing I look at is skin. So when I'm looking at the skin of the characters, is the skin washed out, or is it too saturated, or does it actually look like skin? And the last thing I look at is trees, the green in the trees. So basically I'm dealing with RGB, right? So if I'm dealing with cyan, with my blue, I'm looking at the sky. And when I'm dealing with the trees, I'm dealing with the yellow. Okay, once the sky color is correct, then to get the tree color correct, I'm dealing with yellow, because yellow and blue make green, right? And then looking at skin color, I'm dealing with red, because if the skin doesn't look like skin, it looks too saturated, there's too much red. Or if it looks too washed out, there's not enough red. So that's how I set color in my game. And Rudy's EMB will allow me, and once you have those three things correct, like bloody skulls will be the correct color. The wood will be a correct color. The stone will be the correct color. Everything will look right if you get those three things set. All right, so we are, it says 34. Let's skip the tutorial. We're going to look at this. So we've got all of this turned on. That's good. We probably want to get rid of this. And then we want to look at this, because we need to, the right side that's all black should be a depth map. And whoops. Oops. Well, what the heck? What are you doing to me? Okay, let's do something like that. Okay. So, and then we can probably Can we make this smaller? Yeah, we can. Okay. We need to go here, and this should probably be 0. So we're going to change that to 0. Let it reload. It's still not showing. So we need to go down to it may be too dark. Okay, there we go. So you see how it's like a grayscale on the right side? That's your depth map for RTGI. And the left side is your normal map. So that looks good. So now we can turn that off. And now we know RTGI is running and displaying what it should. Let's make it a little bit brighter. Here, let me turn this off. We're gonna make it a little earlier in the day. Deciding between community shaders or ENB. Gotten new updates. It looks very good. There are still some things that ENB can do that community shaders cannot. And that's why I stuck with ENB. I mean, community shaders has come a long way, but the more... Here's the other thing to think about. This guy gotta die.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Back off! Ha! Ready.
Okay, I gotta stay alive. Give me a minute.
You won't get the best of me.
Quiet.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Come on, come on,
We're dead.
come on.
We're dead. We're totally dead. All right, back to what I was talking about. All shaders, whether it's community shaders or whether it's shaders in ENB or whether it's shaders from anywhere else, they all will cost... We're in the abandoned shack. They all cost frame rate. So by the time community shaders catches up to ENB with everything it can do, it's going to cost the same in frame rate. All right, where the heck... We're in the abandoned shack, I know that. We need to get back down there, but we are way up here. We're right there. What time is it? It's only 2 in the afternoon. Okay. We have the key. Do we have foglings? Okay, this is something I didn't know. Do you see these crows right here? That's something I need to fix. Abandoned shack, exterior. And I'm pretty sure those are from Mahale. It says King's Tree. Bunch of mist plains. I want to know about that bird. I don't see that bird. But I'm guessing those are from Mahale's. Because they're crows. That's the King's Tree. Where are we going to put those? We can put those guys on the rocks. Looks like there's only 3 of them. Why don't we go fix that? Not what I had in mind. I wanted to play, but I guess we're doing some construction kit thing. Creation kit thing, whatever it's called. Gotta fix it real good. Creation kit. And this is why you gotta play a lot of hours to find everywhere where there's an issue. You know? Because I didn't even know those were there until I came out the door. So hopefully YouTube doesn't drop me. I think it's telling me that it's got not receiving enough information. Whatever. If YouTube drops me, it drops me. I gotta fix those birds though. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's funny, you know, when I was younger, we used to wait like for hours to wait for our favorite show to come on, and it wasn't a big deal. You know, we waited. But the older I've gotten and the faster technology has gotten, the less patient I am with things like the Creation Kit opening. Isn't that strange? It's weird. It's like you know, when I was growing up, you couldn't call your friend's house unless you were at a phone. We didn't have cell phones, right? So you had a dime in your pocket and you found a payphone, or you went home and used the house phone. But you weren't calling them until you got there. All right. Nowadays, you know, the phone's in your pocket. Same thing with taking a picture. We're looking for crows and ravens. And we're looking for this is kind of going to be a problem because I'm not going to be able to see the trees. Yeah, landlines. But that's okay. I know it's the 3 that are right outside. I'm going to lower them down to the rock. The rock should still be there. So we're going to open that one. It's not an active file. We're going to make a new plugin. See, this is something you wouldn't be able to fix in SSE Edit. The only way you could fix it in SSE Edit would be to get rid of the birds. To replace or remove the birds, I mean, I guess you could do it if you knew the X, Y, and Z location of where you wanted to put them. But you don't have a visual. The only way to get a visual is in the creation kit. So there's patches that need to be done both ways in SSE Edit and also ones done through the creation kit that to solve conflicts between mods. I've moved a lot of them damn birds. Mostly you put them sitting on, you know, houses and things like that. This is the first one I've seen where you put them on a tree. And then I've changed the tree model, so the tree is no longer there, and the birds are floating in the sky. Yay! All right, so we want to go to exterior Tamriel world space. So let's go to Tamriel world space. And then we want to find abandoned shack. This is the abandoned shack exterior. So we're going to fly around here, and they should be right outside the door. So there's 3 of them on the roof. These are the ones that are in the tree. There's 3 of them in the tree. So I'm going to lower them down to the rock that's below the tree. So let's grab a birdie number 1. Am I on birdie number 1? Let's find out. No, that is the tree. So we are not on birdie number 1. We'll get right up on this guy. Grab birdie number 1. Are we on birdie number 1? No, that's the tree. Okay, we don't want to move the tree. You killing me, Mike? Bird. Give me the bird. That's not the bird. That's the tree in the background. Are you really going to be this much of a hassle? Should have a box around it when I click on it. All right, we're going to find these darn things in the list. So they should be Mahale, Crow, Static. He's right there. Okay, so that's this guy. Well, I'm going to go to Edit. That says Mist Low. What? Edit that. Okay, that's Mahale, Crow, Static. Cool. So that's... Where are you at, Crow? Yeah, I don't know which one it is. We need to get a better look at this tree. I've got a couple of crows there, so let's try lowering this one. See what happens. That is not... Oh my God. You're being a major pain in my butt. Grab the rock. Okay. Find the crow. There's one. There's two. Where's the third one? So that's the wrong one. How to use a rotary phone? Yeah. All right, we're actually going to we need to reload this. Well, we can do this. Let's grab the tree. We'll move the tree out of the way. That way we can find the birds. Because we already know that that tree... But I don't think that's the frickin' bird. You're killing me. All right, do over. Yeah, kids today wouldn't know what to do with a rotary phone. The problem I have here is there's a lot of like low mist and things like that that are also in the scene. So trying to grab the thing that I want to grab is being a little difficult, and you don't want to grab a bunch of other stuff because if you grab it once, even if you put it back exactly where it was, it's an item record in that plugin, and it would need to be cleaned because it'll duplicate the item. So that's what they call a dirty edit, and we don't want to do that. So we only want to grab the things that we want to grab. We only want to grab them once. But right now we're trying to close this out so that we can reopen it. All right. You know what? I'm going to do this too. And we're going to put this on 0. All right. Let's try this again. Do over. And I appreciate you all just hanging out with me while I'm trying to fix this. It's probably not the most exciting thing to watch, but I don't know. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you won't. Oh, it's I believe it's in post-process. So you've got two things, right? The one that's on the far left, don't worry about. The one that's on the right, you'll see depth of field, um, post-process, and other things like that in there. Find the one that says post-process, open it up, and then go down and find the letterhead, the letterbox, and turn it off. It's that simple. I mean, if I was in game, I'd show you, but I'm not in game. But yeah, I think it's under post-process. That's also where your, well, HDR is going to be in there that you can turn on or off and mess around with. Your vibrancy, excuse me, is going to be in there that you can mess around with. Your SMAA is going to be in there. Well, I'm pretty sure that it's there. I'm like almost like 98% sure that's where it's at. Scroll down, go lower, and find the one that says letterbox, and just uncheck it. All right, so we're doing crows and ravens. Oh, you closed it by accident? Then over in the left window, you should be able to open it back up. It'll have one that says weather. It'll have one that says shaders. So re-click on the one that says shaders. No problem, Jason. Not a problem. We're trying to help you out here. Crows. Let's try this again. Open that. We're going to go about this a little bit differently this time. We're going to do it all in the left pane, and we're going to keep picking birds until we find the bird we want. And then we're going to just move that bird. Say bird, 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 said the bird is the word. Because that, well, actually, you know what we can do is we can move that tree out of the way. Or we can delete that tree. The tree's not there in my game. I think we're gonna go through the left window. We're not gonna mess with the tree. We're gonna find the birds that are in question and lower them down to the ground. Or we can delete them. What do you think we should do? Should we put them on the rock or should we delete them? Hello, Jay. All right, so we want to go back to Tamriel World Space. Oh my gosh. No, 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 not that one. Tamriel. There we go. And we want to go to Abandoned Shack. No, not basement. Abandoned Shack. That says Alchemist. All right, wait a minute. Why am I not? Okay, that's the abandoned shack exterior. Okay, like I can't see. It's a pain in the ass when you're going blind. Okay, those little bastards, the little bastards, are in this tree right above this rock. So I can see them. All right, so now we're going to pick Mahal's crows. That one's on the roof, not the one we want. That one's in the tree. Edit. Ah, you little bastard. I can see you now. You little birdie, you. Okay, wait a minute. Did we lower him too much? I think he's in the ground. I think he's in the ground. I think he's in the ground. There he is. You know what? Let's change the lighting a little bit. No, let's not change the lighting. Thought it'd be easier to see, but he's not. Should we put him on the rock? Let's put him on the rock. Wrong way. Wonder if we can just select him. I'm guessing that isn't him. Well, it looks like he's got to go down a little bit. He's got to go over a little bit. We're going to drop him right on this rock. Okay, he's half into it. No, he's standing right next to it. So let's go back a little bit. Wrong way. Probably tilt him a little bit. He's got 1 foot that's on the rock and 1 foot that's off the rock. Wrong tilt. Oh, I flipped the world over. Okay, so we're going to say okay to that one. And then we're going to deal with the next one. So that's our little guy on the rock now. See him? We put this guy right there. And he looks a little weird being all cockeyed like that. Maybe we should... let's move him back. I guess we could lower him down just a hair. That's pretty good. We'll go to the next one. Getting consistent frames with EMB. Nice. Yeah, EMB is not as heavy as some people make it out to be. Okay, so that's this guy. This is the second one. He's on the roof. This is another one that's in the tree. This is the next one we want to deal with. So let's lower Duder down. Where is he at? That's this one. Edit. It's easier to just drag them, but if I can't click on the actual bird, it's difficult. Should we put him next to his buddy over here? We'll put him next to his buddy. Okay, does this guy have legs? Yeah, he's got legs. No, he does not have legs. So he's actually sitting down. So we need to put him, oops, too low. Too low, too low. Gonna have a murder of crows watching you. We're gonna move him forward. And then down. Okay, so he's sitting on the rock a little bit forward and a little bit over from his buddy. Let's click on the rock, we'll take a look. Should probably move him over that way a little bit. Put him like over here. Let's make sure he's on the rock. Looks like he's floating a little bit above it. So we'll lower him down a hair. He's sitting on the rock. Not in the rock, on the rock. That's good. So we'll say okay to that one. So now we need to find, it's either this one, that's the one. EMB integrated in this mod list? Yes. Rudy's EMB with my tweaks is part of this mod list. And it should be set up and everything. So this guy's sitting on a branch on the tree. And that would be this guy. So we need to right click and go edit. Bring him over here. Let's bring him down. Let's bring him over. Wrong way. Right way. And then let's gotta go over a little bit more. I want to put him over here. So that's where we're going to put him. Should we rotate him around? Wrong direction. We'll have all three of them kind of facing the same way, kind of looking at you. And we'll bring him down. We'll bring him over. Bring him back. Let's take a look. Looks like we need to come back a little bit more. It's hard to stay on that little damn arrow. When I use a mod list, I guess first thing you do when you start a game is go mod manager in game. You want to start the game from the mod manager. Don't start the game from Steam. Okay, you're starting it from MO2, which is your mod manager. That's where you're starting the game from. And then I actually have this list set to autoplay the MCM recorder. So it will automatically play the MCM recorder that I've set up. From there you can tweak it. Okay, so all three of these guys, I got two of them sitting down and one of them that way. They're all kind of looking this direction, which is kind of looking over here. That's pretty good. We're going to save this. Actually, I want to check the last crow. So let's say okay to that. Where's our last crow? Is that guy on the roof? He's on the roof. He's okay. All right. So let's save this as oh, I need to turn off caps lock. Abandon shack Crow fix Nico. Fusher texture mods, yes. I use a lot of different texture mods. Fusher is kind of the base. So I installed all three of Fusher's, right? So he's got what, landscape and other and buildings. So I installed all those as the base. And then I have other mods, like I didn't like his sand on the beaches. It looked too like windblown for me, my personal taste. So I put in SKB's sand and the sand that's around the little grass that's growing on the beaches and his wet sand texture. So I overwrote Fushers with those. And then there's a lot of other textures of Fushers that are overwritten with other textures that were made by other people. So Fushers is the base. That's kind of the catch-all for everything. And then I'm overwriting parts of it that I don't like with other mods that have things I do like. How many textures do we use? Yeah, yes. Draw calls? Okay, well, it's not about Fusher's textures, okay? You have to think, draw calls work like this. To my knowledge, this is how they work. Every item in the game needs to be rendered. Every texture on every item needs to be rendered. So for every, let's just say you only have one item in the screen. So that's one mesh with one texture. That's 2 draw calls. Now, if you have 10 all of the same item with the same texture, that's still only 2 draw calls. It's when you have 10 and each one is a different shape and each one is a different color. Now you have 20 draw calls. Does that make sense? So it's not really the texture. It's not Fusher's problem, right? It's how many things you're putting in the scene that need to be rendered. That's the problem. And my list has a lot of things in the scene that need to be rendered. So Abandoned Shack, Crow, Fix, Nico. We're going to make a mod out of that. We are going to create a mod. Abandon underscore shack underscore crow fix Nico. It is now a mod. Correct. It's counting up how many items are in the scene that need to be rendered. So a really good way to negate some of this is through occlusion planes, right? So the game doesn't know that there's a building in the way. It's just rendering everything in your view. Even if it's behind a building, if there's a tree behind this building, it's going to render that tree, even though it's behind a building. So putting an occlusion plane in that building so that it doesn't render that tree that's behind it will remove those draw calls. That's how occlusion planes work. So EFPS, Skyrim optimization does it for indoor spaces, which isn't really needed. The indoor spaces really aren't that bad unless you start using things like JK's interiors and stuff like that. Those are heavy. Correct. Textures is just the paint on the canvas. Now, what you have to worry about with textures is the size of the texture. So when you think about a 1K texture, it's 1024 by 1024 pixels, right? So it's basically 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels makes that image. Okay. Um, a 2K texture is 4 times that size. Now you would think that it's okay, well, it's instead of 1K, it's 2K, it's only twice as big. No, it's 4 times as big because you have a 1K, 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 1K. That makes a 2K by 2K. You follow? So there's actually 4 1K textures will fit inside of a 2K texture. Now think about a 4K texture. So 2K, 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 2K would be 4K by 4K, 4096 by 4096. So a 4K texture is 4 times as big as a 2K texture and 8 times as big as a 1K texture. Well, more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's 16 times as large as a 1K texture. So you can see that if you have a lot of 4K textures in your game, it's taking up 16 times as much VRAM as a 1K texture would take. So then you have to think about, okay, what screen resolution am I running at? Well, if I'm running at 1080p, it's 1920 by 1080, right? So 1024 in height, something that fills the entire screen from top to bottom, is still okay to be a 1K texture and it won't lose resolution. It's when it becomes larger than your screen, when you get close enough to it that it's filling up more than your entire screen from top to bottom, that it needs to be a higher resolution. So you have to think about, okay, how close am I going to get to stuff? Like a 4K texture on an apple is stupid. You can't get close enough to an apple in the game to ever see or render 4K texture on it, even if you're running a 4K screen. Does that make sense to you? So yeah, everybody wants, oh yeah, I need 16K mammoth cheese. No, you don't. Because there's no way that the screen you're running on can render that many pixels. But the graphics card doesn't know what screen it's connected to. So the graphics card will still try to render every pixel you tell it to, even if your screen can't display it. And that's why people get bottlenecked by 4K textures and fill up their VRAM and start getting stutters. You follow? Are we learning? I hope so. All right, so I need to make a copy of this. So we're going to look at this in Explorer. Actually, I don't need to make a copy of this yet. We need to make this a light plugin. So we're going to make this a light plugin first. Then we're going to copy it, put it on the desktop so I can upload it to Nexus later, and then I'll download it from Nexus. Yeah. I say 133K mammoth cheese. Yeah, I need it. I need it. It wants to run as administrator to run SSE edit. Okay. So if you're playing 1080p, 1920 by 1080 resolution, the largest texture you're ever going to need is 2K. For all the small items in game, 1K. And for normal maps, 512. Normal maps, and that's how VRAMer works, okay? VRAMer is going through all of your textures, and it's unpacking all your BSAs and going through all of those textures too. And it's finding all these 1K normal maps, and it's changing them to 512, okay? Making them half the size, which means if you have 1,000 of them, and they're all in your scene, and you just cut them in half, you just saved half the VRAM that you're using. So let's say it pulls 10 gigs, now it's only pulling 5. And that's huge. Because and think about it this way, anytime you fill up the amount of VRAM that's on your graphics card, it starts dumping things into system RAM to stage them there instead. Okay? So it's not going to totally crash your game. It's just if I can't use the VRAM on the card, I'm going to use the RAM on the system. Okay, But the RAM on the system, to get items from the RAM on the system, has to go through the processor and or North Bridge and then sent to the graphics card, which is a much slower file transfer because it's got to make stops on the way, right? And it's only a couple milliseconds slower, but that it adds up, right? Then coming directly from the VRAM on your card. VRAM on the card to graphics card, that's like a jump like this, rather than a jump like, okay? So anything you can store on the VRAM on your card is going to be faster loads of areas that you're coming into. If you can load everything that is in a new area you're getting to on the VRAM of your card, it won't stutter. If the game stutters when you're entering a new area, it means that it has to get some of the information from is being staged on system RAM and your VRAM is full. That's what causes stutter. So lowering the textures that you're using dependent on the resolution of the screen you're displaying on is a good way to save on VRAM and thus reduce stutters. Are we following? I hope so, because that's how it breaks down. And that's why I was able to run a full EMB, like with all of the effects, a full root EMB on a 1060 GTX graphics card with DDR3 RAM. Because I took my textures and lowered them to the point where I couldn't really tell the difference on the resolution of the screen I was running. It was a 1080p screen, 24-inch 1080p screen, nice screen. I couldn't tell the difference, but it was staying under the 6 gigs of VRAM I had available, and so it wouldn't stutter. And that's kind of why VRAMers are a really good idea for the list that I'm running now. This list that I'm running now will pull up to 20 gigs worth of VRAM. How do you get rid of the jagged edges on objects? That's called anti-aliasing. You had to have that 133K mammoth cheese. Oh, no problem, Jay. The jagged edges on your screen are caused by, okay, well, think about it this way. Pixels are lined up this way, and pixels are lined up this way, okay? They are not lined up this way. So anytime you get a diagonal line on your screen, it's going to render as a staircase because it's got to go out a little bit, down a little bit, out a little bit, down a little bit. And so you get that sawtooth, right, that you're talking about. And what anti-aliasing does, anti-aliasing blends that. It basically blurs the edge and will render two staircases, one staircase here and one that's just offset halfway. And then it'll blur the edge so that it looks more like a straight line rather than a staircase. So what you need is you need better anti-aliasing if you want to get rid of the jagged edge. There are a couple of ways you can do it. In the EMB, there is edge anti-aliasing that you can turn on. You also have SMAA you can turn on. You can also go into BethINI and turn on TAA, which is another form of anti-aliasing. And each one is going to cost a little bit different as far as frame rate. So TAA is actually pretty good. The best anti-aliasing I've seen is DLAA. So this is the free DLAA that I'm talking about. It's on PureDark's upscaler on the Nexus, the free version. That has DLAA, which is some of the best anti-aliasing. It's so smooth, so beautiful. So I would recommend getting DLAA from the Nexus. It's called PureDark Upscaler, the free version on the Nexus. That's probably the best anti-aliasing that's out there. Yeah, DLAA is better. For me, it goes like this: DLAA, TAA, SMAA. That's how it goes for me. DLAA is probably just the best one, so that's what I use. So it looks like Abandoned Shack Crow Fix can be turned into ESL by adding an ESL flag to the TES4 header. Cool. Now I got to find my mouse because we need to go all the way to the bottom. And we're going to click on this. And we're going to go to the file header. We're going to go into the record header. We're going to go down here to record flags, right click, edit. We're going to say, yes, we know what the hell we're doing. And we're going to go to here to ESL, put a check mark by it, say OK. We're going to close this out. It is now a light plugin and does not take, well, 496 of them will take one ESP slot. Yes. If you're not on an RTX card, your best option is probably TAA. Okay, Jason? That would be my second choice, is TAA. What's in my overwrite? Oh, okay. So that goes, that goes right in here, SSE output. And then this one, we need to right click, open an Explorer. We need to click on that and we need to go copy. We're going to go over here and we're going to paste that right on the desktop for later. We're not going to deal with that. Yeah, TAA is pretty darn good. And you can turn on the edge anti-aliasing in the EMB to make it even better. So you can run those the same. Where is the Nico's files? Nico. There we go. List specific patches. Look at how many list specific patches I have. Holy crud. These are all patches I made to make mods play nice together. All right, cool. So that should fix the birds. One more question. FXAA, what is that? Garbage? It's another form of anti-aliasing. TAA is much better. So what is it? Garbage. Okay, so we're going to run with that. And we're going to go here and start that up. And let's go see our birds. Yeah, I mean, you can try it if you want, but you're still going to get this saw blade on diagonal lines with FXAA. It's just not as, it's not as nice. It doesn't look as nice as TAA. But those are the two native ones that the game can do. First answer, garbage. Say basura. Basura. I'm getting a little chilly. Oh, but I happen to have a sweatshirt over here. There we go. Now I'm not freezing my ass off. We keep the furnace set pretty low. I was running around the house cleaning, so. Oh, hi, baby. You coming up to say hi? Angel had to come say hi. How's my doggo? You're such a good girl. Yeah, third answer, don't use it. Not worth it. Such a good doggy. Such a good doggy. I'm blowing your nose. Blowing your ear. Am I annoying you? Am I annoying you? Probably. Yeah, this is Angel. All right, go lay down. Good girl. Harley's sleeping behind me on the floor. Harley's like, I'm not getting up in your lap. Harley's like 14 years old, so she's slowing down a little bit. Still gets around pretty good though. And her sister picks on her a lot. Yeah, TAA does make a huge difference, doesn't it? Straighten out them jaggies. Yeah, they're both good girls. I've had Angel since she was 10 weeks old. Harley, I inherited it about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Harley was my wife's dog. Well, is my wife's dog, but more my dog than my wife's dog now. I kind of got adopted because I'm home all the time. My wife's at work right now, so my wife works 12-hour days, so and I'm retired. So, but she loves her job and she started later than I did, so she's probably got to work until she's 65. You want a German Shepherd? Or a Malinois? Well, I'll tell you about the Shepherds are good, but get a Roomba. Or I hope you like sweeping the house and vacuuming the carpets because they shed something fierce. And the Malinois, they're a working dog. So you better give them a job. You better give them something to do and keep them entertained. Because if you don't, they'll find a job to do. And it may be digging a swimming pool in your backyard, kind of a job. And they will, okay? They're very smart, but they need a lot of mental stimulation, and they're a good working dog. So that's why they use them for like police dogs, but they're also good for like ranch dogs. They need a job. They need something to do, or they'll go freaking crazy. I got a buddy who, well, he's actually the guy who I board my dogs with when I go on vacation. Okay. Um, he owns two of them. And Venom is straight up working dog. Okay. That dog is with him all day, all night, all the time, and always working. Always working. Um, yeah, working dog. The other one is his wife's dog. And again, working dog. They keep those dogs, keep them working, keep them entertained, keep them occupied. Because if you don't, they'll tear your house apart. The 1650. Well, how much VRAM does it have? And what resolution are you playing at? And did you run the VRAMer that's included? I had somebody tell me earlier today they were running it on a 1080 Ti and that they were getting like 75 frames a second. And I'm like, what? You know, they've got a really good processor for one, but they're probably running on a really low resolution too. Both of those things help. I run, I'm pushing over 5 million pixels, 4 GB with no VRAM. Okay, no, you've got to have VRAM. How much VRAM's on the card? GTX 1650. Let me look it up. Specs. Okay, so you have 4 GB worth of VRAM. I'm surprised that can even play it. And 16 gigs worth of RAM? Yeah, I'm surprised you can even play it. I mean, it's barely recommending 1080p on that card. Barely. All right, did we not start this? Apparently not. I thought we did. I was just sitting over here bullshitting. It didn't crash because I didn't get a crash log. So I guess I just didn't start it up. It's special. Well, I'm amazed and very happy for you. I mean, if you can play it on the card you have, that's great. I'm guessing that, some people have different expectations. Did I ever sort this load order? Maybe. But no promises. No messy surprises. At least not for you. Yeah, I mean, even the 1080 Ti with 11 gigs worth of VRAM, I thought was, okay, you're at the ragged edge of what, can handle it. So tell what vendor gives away these ultra powerful special graphics cards. No vendor is going to give them away. They sell them. Are you talking about the 1080 Ti and the 1650 GTX? I don't know. I think it's a combination of a few things. If you can get the VRAM usage down, basically um, by playing at a lower resolution, maybe would help out, and by running VRAMer on performance, would help out. Then you'd have a better chance of running it on a, a card. Yeah, 1650. I have no idea. The fact that you're telling me you can run it on a 1650, I'm like dumbfounded. I never thought that would be possible. But again, like I said, I'm happy for you. I think that's cool. Take some screenshots. I want to see. Throw them up on the Discord. Remastered Skyrim mod list. Not a full-blown new game. Okay. Well, you said you could play my list, though. That's the part that's blowing my mind. Because this is a heavy, heavy list. It's pretty darn heavy. Okay, there's our little birdies that we moved, that were floating in the air. And you can see the one with the legs is in the middle, right? And the other two are sitting on the rock. That's exactly where we put them. Very nice. Yeah, so when you come out the door... No, I'm not doing your mod list, Nico. Okay. So yeah, when you come out the door, those three little guys will be sitting on that rock. All right, so now where do we got to go to get our stuff back? Because we got killed, right? It's way south. Shriekwind Bastion. All right, well, we're going to put a marker there, and we need to go south. But we fixed the crows. Oh, no. You know what that means? It means they got my paraglider. The bastards. Hey, speaking of which, do we have any weapons? Oh crap, we better have weapons. These guys can totally run faster than me. What kind of weapons do we have?
Fine, I guess I'll kill you then.
Oh crud. Well, we got a twin blade.
Once I'm done with you, there will be nothing left to bury.
The spiders are super fast too. Oh crap, that's Shrek. No, I don't want to fight Shrek. All right, let's take a look at what we got. What do we have? Okay, we have daggers. We have the flip daggers. We have our regular daggers. We have our twin blade. Okay, so we need to set all that back up because it's not set up. So, right? left. Put that one there. Put that one there. And then we want to do that. And we want to do that. And then we need to go here. Boy, it unset everything. Okay, that one's set up. So this needs to be 2. This needs to be 1. That's 5. Okay, that's all good. Let's go back to our armor. Indoors, 60 and above. Outdoors, Fabled Forest, 30 to 45. Nice. Very nice. That's a playable frame rate, and that's what we're going for, right? Just go for playable frame rate. Alright, so now we need to go and turn this off because this is really annoying. Okay. Now we have daggers. We're almost a Morthal. Get off of the branch, thank you. This is an entrance to the underground. We can actually go up a level. First time we've ever been to Morthal. Yeah, lossless scaling is really nice. Mainly the frame generator. That's what I use it for.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already.
Yeah, it does include a frame generator, but the frame generator isn't that great. By comparison. There are other ways to do upscaling. You can upscale through, if you have an NVIDIA card, you can turn on the experimental stuff in GeForce Experience. And one of the things there is upscaling. So you can actually upscale there also. And that's part of the driver. It's an upscaling and sharpening, which would also help your frame rate. And then if you have an AMD card,
Come along, no more stops.
you've got
We need to find our way to
FSR
solitude.
is publicly released, so should be able to run FSR. Looks like a nice spot to set up a tent. We still have a tent? Yes, we do. They didn't take my tent. We have 2 tents. Why do we have 2 tents? I don't know. Probably because I lost one and then I made another one. Yeah, I get a little number in the, right now I'm pulling 117 frames. So that's, you know, I mean, I don't have a lot of things in the screen, but 117 frames a second is, I like it. I like it a lot. But basically it'll double your frame rate. Lossless scaling will. So that's pretty cool. Content gamers, hello. I'm not sure you have played Modless Novus, but if you have, do you think would be a bare minimum requirement to play in Ultra? I have never played Novus, so I can't give you any kind of a, you know, what's the minimum. I have no idea. I would say Novus probably has a Discord. You may want to ask there, because those are people who play Novus, and they could give you a much better answer than I could. That's what I would recommend. Can I put 2 in there? Okay, so I can put 1 heavy armor, conjuration, illusion, lockpicking. Let's put 1 in lockpicking. Okay. I still can't see my health bars underneath this screen, so I don't know what's up with that. We're going to put it into health. We can increase 5. A 4090? Yeah, well, you could play pretty much any list on a 4090. Fog of War. That's good. We can sneak around a little bit. Light armor. Unhindered. Weighs nothing. We like that too. Archery's at 50. Ranger. Move at full speed with a drawn bow. We like that one too. Pinning shot. CPU, Core i7, 6000 series, Skylake, AMD equivalent. Okay, so Gears looked it up for you there, Crouton. What do we got over here? Oh, no, not over there. Over here. Overrun. One-handed sprinting attack. Okay, so we don't really... What do we got here? Clash of Heroes. Crushing Blows. Okay, so it would probably be this one. What upscaler should you use with EMB again? Well, you have lots of options. You should be able to use the one... well, Pure Darks costs money. And I'm not going to recommend that. Gears, I wouldn't recommend that. I don't think we need to support people that are going to be threatening to put malware on people's computers. Will I say that it works? Yes, I will say that it works. But I also will say that there are other options available that are free. He did make a version for EMB. He said he was going to release it publicly, but he lied. It's still behind a paywall, and it's way out of beta. So I don't think that's right. And then when people started sharing it amongst themselves, he threatened to put malware on their computers. I mean, I wouldn't say it if it wasn't the truth. It is the truth. Yeah. These are things that happen. Yeah. So, and personally, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's right.
Ritgra, I have forgotten what fine sport you mortals can provide.
Long time ago, when he threatened to put, well, people started, sharing it. And then he got pissy about it, threatened to put malware on people's computers through his upscaler. Which is, well, what are we, 3 years old? Free options. FSR is an option that you can run.
Can't wait to count out your
And that's actually Pure Dark's free version. You can get FSR for. The other option would be to run an upscaler through GeForce Experience right in the driver. You can also do upscaling directly in Display Tweaks, which is also a free version. So we're going to take a second here, and I'll show them to you. These are other options. Okay? So even in my mod list, the whole paid beta thing, never being released for free, whole malware thing is news to you. Well, Google search it, you'll find it. FSR and Skyrim. Okay, well, I'm going to show you this first. I'm going to show you display tweaks. Should be running display tweaks anyway. But this is built into display tweaks. So if we open it in Explorer, SKSE, plugins, INI. Okay, so this is the INI file. Okay, I'll make it big enough so you can see it. And if you come down here to this line right, where is it at? I gotta see if I can get on it. Oh, you're kidding me. This line right here. Let me make it big again. So do you see this? Where it's commented out resolution. That's my screen resolution. And resolution scale 0.85. You can just remove the comment out, the number sign. And now it's going to scale it. It's going to render it at 85% of what it was and scale it up to 3440 by 1440. Okay, it's not going to be as clear as DLSS, but it's free. So that's option 1 for free option. I'm going to leave this commented out on my rig though. But that's the first one. That's a free option. It's in display tweaks. Don't save. Okay, next option is going to be in your GeForce Experience. If you're running an NVIDIA graphics card. And you can actually go, I believe it's in settings, over here. Click this little thing right here where it says enable experimental features, GeForce Experience update may be required. Click that little button there. And you see this thing here? It says image scaling. You can choose how you want to scale this image. And how much sharpness you want to apply. And it will do it right here in your driver. Okay, that's free option number 2. I don't recommend going anything lower than 67%. You'll notice it. I actually want to turn that off in my game because I'm using a different upscaler. But again, like I said, it's a free thing you can do. It may get confused. What this is going to do is it's going to change the size it's getting. Oh, that might be, oh. I just figured out why I can't see my stuff in my menu. Because it was trying to upscale there. But it's going to change in Beth INI, if you go in your INI file, it's going to change what your resolution is there. And it's going to upscale it. So you really don't want to do more than one at a time. So try one, see what it looks like, see how much your frame rate, is working. But what that's going to do is if I do it in the driver, it's going to change this number right here in my resolution. Okay. And I'm running full screen at my native resolution is what I'm doing. So if you do it in the driver, it's going to reduce that number and then just stretch it to fit your screen. So it's not going to be as sharp, but it is going to be rendering less pixels, which is going to give you better performance. Does that make sense? Okay. Third option is going to be on the Nexus. So let's go here. Hopefully there's no naked ladies on the Nexus. But we'll find out. we're going to do it anyway. Okay, good. No naked ladies. All right. So just go to Skyrim Upscaler. Okay, this is the one from Pure Dark, but this is the free version. Okay, and that one doesn't work with EMB. What's up, Yamazi? All right, but it does have an option. So this will do DLSS, FSR2, XESS, and DLAA. So it supports all of those. But it won't work. It'll tell you right here, it won't work with EMB. Still use DLAA with EMB. The non-RTX card does not support DLSS or DLAA, but you can use FSR2. So he's telling you right here, you can use FSR2 with a non-RTX card. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to get address library, but you'll also have to pick this up, the base plugin, and you'll have to go here and download this. And you can run, because FSR went public, and you can use FSR, okay, with a non-RTX card. So that's option 3. So there's 3 free options for you for upscaling to get better frame rate. Coolio? It's Nexus Roulette. Yep. Oh, it's just like that. Are you going to shoot yourself in the head or not? Oh. All right, so let's see if that fixed my menu. Nexus is cool. Nexus has been around for a long time. Robin really took it upon himself a long time ago to host mods for free for all the modders and for the people playing the game. So thank you, Robin, for doing that for all of us. We wouldn't have access to so many wonderful mods without a site like the Nexus. Now, in order to support all the servers, because Nexus is huge now, but I remember Nexus when it was itty bitty and it was only Robin running it, you know, and hosting all these mods for free. So I understand the ads. They gotta pay for the servers to host all these mods. All right, I need to recycle some coffee. But yeah, Robin's cool cat. Who's Robin? Robin's the guy who owns Nexus. Robin's the guy who started it. That's who Robin is. So you wouldn't know him by Robin on the forums anyway. His name on the forums is Dark One, DARK0NE. Dark One. So Dark One with an O instead of with a 0 instead of an O is Robin. That's who started Nexus mods way back for Morrowind. 10 subs to 1,000? Wow. People shouldn't be using a 12-year-old game for profit like that. Okay. people are going to try to make money however they can make money. You know? You can either choose to support them or not support them. That's up to you. I would rather support, I mean, I support the content creators, right? I support Pixel Nate, and I support Ireshot, and I support Biggie Boss, and I support some of the modders that actually publicly release stuff like they say they're going to do. One of them is EXM842. Oh, for porn? Yeah, nudity is there. Porn, if you want porn stuff, go to Lover's Lab. That's where Sex Lab and all that's located, and all kinds of sex toys and piercings through body parts that are normally covered with clothing and stuff like that. That's where you're going to find all that. But, you know, that's what sells. There's people who are making $10,000, $12,000 a month making sex mods for Skyrim on their Patreon. That's crazy. But it's true. Nudity doesn't bother me. I mean, I've got perma underwear in my game because I stream and because I have grandkids. Okay, we're running away from, oh my God, we're going to get shot. Better run in a zigzag pattern. Come on, climb. We need to get over here. We got a leap of faith over here. Oh, what is it? Rule 43? Is that what it is? That
I'll grant you a word.
if it exists,
you will die.
There's porn of it on the web.
Ha! Yeah.
Is that Rule 43? I think that's Rule 43. If it exists, there's porn of it somewhere on the web. Baby dragon. That's our dragon.
You truly believe you can kill me? You are deluded.
You are deluded.
Scream, plea, or pray. None of it will matter soon.
See, but the tempered skins, etc., contains nudity image section like that. Yeah.
Let's dance.
It does contain nudity. But yeah, nudity doesn't bother me. We all come into the world that way, and we all go out that way. Check out, not change out. Like I said, that doesn't bother me. Uh-oh, we're going to hit a rock. We almost hit a rock. Uh-oh. Alright, let's go get these guys.
All in the finesse.
Where are they? They're way up here.
I knew I'd find
Got
you.
you like a fish.
Come on! I can take you.
God, no.
We got a couple of them over there. Let's loot this guy. Oh!
You won't get me.
He's pretty good with that shield.
Ha!
We'll loot her too. We got one more. Whisperer Monk. That means that they're probably invisible. Oh no, they're not invisible.
Was that supposed
That
to
one
hurt?
was invisible.
No escape now.
Oh, right through the head. Get up, girl. Get up, get up, get up.
I've had enough of you.
I've got to... Come on, come on, come on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Right through the cheek. Everybody drink. That sucks. Now we got to go back to 2 places to get our stuff back. Where are we going to spawn? We're not that far away. Alright, how are we on... Well, we have daggers. We have a twin blade. We don't have a bow. Oh my god. Yeah, that's going to give me better armor rating. That's going to give me better armor rating. That's going to give me better armor rating. No, that's not going to give me better armor rating. Okay, so now our armor rating is at 208. We need to go get our stuff back. We're hungry and thirsty. They leave me any food? They did leave me some food. Yeah, took an arrow right to the cheek. Alright, so we have this thing that's annoying me again.
Moving unseen.
We need to find our backpack. Maybe we can sneak up on them. There's a bandit over there. Says, where's our stuff? Says 82 feet. Alright, let's go take out this bandit. They're over there, 300 feet. This says it's over here. Somebody killing deer. I'll take that. These are the two that I killed. I got a bottle of water, we'll take that. So, okay, where is... $70, $60, is it down in the water? Okay, where's my...
Covert.
My stuff's down here. Well, there's the torch. Where's the backpack? Oh, you're killing me. Where's my backpack, man? All right. I don't know where my backpack is. Okay, show me my backpack. I don't know where my backpack is. I want my stuff back, man. Does the bandit have my stuff? Maybe. Alright, let's take a look here. I need to know where my stuff's at. Says Falkreath. That's where my paraglider is. But my other one... Okay, so we have the daggers. We're missing one dagger. I'm missing my bow. So I'm guessing that this stupid bandit whisperer up here has got it. So let's try not to get shot with our own bow.
I knew it.
Ready. Prepare to die.
A little pipsqueak like you thinks they can take me on?
Taking all your stuff. Where's this other? Oh my gosh, we're over encumbered.
Out of sight, out of mind.
All right, let's drop some stuff. Items. Do we have a backpack? We're dropping that. We need to move because we're over encumbered.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to equip this backpack because we are seriously
and
over
steady.
encumbered. Oh my gosh. We need to hide from this guy. How can we hide from this guy? Need to dump some stuff.
Come on. I've been waiting too long for this.
Dump. Where's the backpack? Equip it. Can we move? Okay, now we can move. Cool. Now we'll go get him.
That's your best?
Think you're tough? You don't stand a chance against me.
Your efforts are
I totally blocked that, Bo.
cheap shot.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got him. We got our bow back. How'd we get our bow back? I guess we took it back when we killed him. Give me the meat. I'll take your arrows too. Okay, forget the arrows. Alright, now we're gonna go get our stuff back from the other guy. We don't need that or that. We want to equip that. Unequip that. Unequip that. Equip that. Drop those. Equip that. Equip that. Those we need to drop in the... Equip that. Equip that. Okay. Don't need the hunting bow. Steel twin blade. We need to dump some stuff off. We weigh way too much. We don't have the staff. We have to go back and get our staff. We need the staff of Shalador. So, where is... It says 50... Oh my god, is that far away? Alright. We got some running to do. Say run, 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 jump. I can be a backpack while you run. Kimbasabi. Let's try this. We're gonna get some help. Hey, babe. Welcome back. All right, after all that, I need to stop by the garden. Welcome back to the garden. All right, so now we've got Anja to kind of keep us alive. And we need to go way down here. All right, well, we're almost there. Don't step in the horse muck.
I'm getting out of here.
It's a pretty horsey. I don't know who's beating up on the horse, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're off this way. We do a lot of jogging. Why is this not set up? That's set up. That's okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, we need to, that needs to be number 1. Or 2.
I'll rearrange your face. You don't stand a chance.
Thanks, Anja.
I'm pretty sure they didn't think it would end this way.
Frozen. Yeah, I like having Anja with me. She's a very good protector. I'm gonna keep her around for a while. Dude, you're like all frozen. It's Maik.
Maik wishes you well.
I wish you well too.
Maik knows why Falmar are blind. It has nothing to do with the Dwemer
Hope you're
disappearing.
not too cold.
Really?
This weather makes me feel amazing.
Be careful. All right. I'm getting out of here.
Bromites.
Staying out of
It's too late to hide. So you better start running.
It's like level 24.
Are you prepared to die?
How did it get?
You're pissing me off. The only problem with freezing my enemies is trying to leave them after the fight.
Yeah, it's some cheddar. Those are like random. All right, we got to get back down by Shriekwind. You have to fight your way all the way back. Excuse me.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
You're not gutting nothing.
Walk away right now.
Well, I can see you're not one to be trifled with. Let this be a warning to you.
Alduin Fury.
Was that supposed to hurt?
All right, where's my girl? He's spitting poison.
Cheap shot.
Withdraw. I have forgotten what my sport you mortals
You've sealed
can
your fate.
provide.
Death cannot stop.
I have forgotten.
Just had to run up on him. So where's my girl? There's my girl.
You
Come
bumped
on.
into me again. Are you cold yet?
No, I'm not cold. I'm looking for my stuff. $1,600 feet. It's up over the hill. Should be up over this way.
Do not resist. Fade into darkness.
Who's this guy? Mercenary.
Don't go setting the place on fire, okay?
There's Anja. Should we do this in the daytime? Probably. Do we have a tent? We have two. I really need the Staff of Shalador back so I can dump off some of this heavy stuff that I'm carrying. $6:30 in the AM, maybe. All right, 65, huh? We'll put 3 into that. 3 into that. Couple there. Couple there. Alteration, okay, lock picking. That's good. Let's put that into stamina. So that didn't fix my menu. Nah, not doing that. Archery. What we got here? Ooh. Pinning shot. We'll take that. One-handed. I got up here. Rogue's parry. Yeah, we're not going to be empty in the other hand though. So that doesn't do anything for me. What we got on smithing? We need to dump some more points into smithing. What about enchanting? What about restoration? Spirit tutors, no. Vigilant. First ward you cast, I don't cast wards. Destruction. Force of nature. Combustion. We like that. Do I hear? Yes, I do. Squirrel! We got another Minotaur up there.
The odds are against you leaving me.
Fire and ice, baby. Yeah, he's pretty smart. He's running away.
Looks like I'll have to.
Do not resist.
This way.
This was your destiny.
All right, where is my stuff? What does it say? 100 or 1192 that way. Who's this?
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood
It's
you
hurt.
can chop. Until next time.
There's been word of some trouble nearby. I'm on my way to investigate. Safe travels.
So we got about 500 feet left to go. $300. 277, 260. Running away from undead. That looked like my backpack. Is there a reason I can't pick it up?
Slow and steady.
Well, we made it all the way here. Won't let me pick up my backpack. Ah. Well, we did make it all the way back, so I'm just going to empty the backpack. It's a bummer it wouldn't let me empty it. Well, now today, Cocoa Puff has been going crazy. Back and forth between Daddy and Grandma's. Oh, Cocoa Puff is a kitten? Says I can now paraglide. So why don't we jump into the staff? We should have the staff back now too. It might be because I looked into it, but I didn't take anything. So that might have made it so I couldn't grab it normally. Oh, yeah. We really need a better twin blade. That's not what we wanted to wear. Six, 7, 8. Why are we still wearing a backpack? I don't know why we're wearing a backpack. I don't know why. Let's check the satchel. Oops, wrong button. All right, scrolls, books. I hate that the Creation Club stuff puts notes in your inventory that you can't get rid of. That's some bullshit, Carlo. So we need to buy a better healing spell. I think Farengar's got a good one. We have 33 no wonder we're over encumbered. Carrying around 33 pieces of wood. 33 pieces of wood on the wall. 33 pieces of wood. Why don't we dump off a bunch of those? Yeah, dropped our weight quite a bit. We still have Meridia's beacon. Let's do a little cooking. So we don't have to eat raw food. Get rid of some more weight. Liquid. "12 Nord meats." We're ready for a party. I guess we need salt pile to cook that. Do we have any salt pile? We have a bunch of salt pile. All right, let's go cook up that boar meat. No. I guess we can't cook the boar meat. You eat it raw. It's not very heavy. Six croissant. It's a roast. All right. Now we go this way. Why are the shrouded stuff in here? That made no sense. Yeah, none of these are enchanted. I wonder why. I thought I enchanted those. Huh. So when you lose them, they come back, they're not enchanted? That sucks. And you can't enchant them again? That sucks big time. That's some bullshit, Carlo. So then we're going to change this. Because I don't like that. You're not taking my weapons. Especially if you're going to disenchant them. We're down to 197. Second litter a couple weeks ago, little babies, now toddlers. Yep, I'm sure they're getting into all kinds of mischief. All right. Let's go there. What's this? Watchtower barracks requires key? That's new. I don't remember that being there. Unmarked location. Gotta watch out for these goblins over here. I think I took them out already. Because this is where I found Sweet Roll. Sweet Roll was up here. There's Sweet Roll. Do we have a Sweet Roll? Let's see if we have a Sweet Roll. A Sweet Roll for Sweet Roll. Where would I put it? Over here. I see one there on the table, but I can't grab it. So let's go. We don't have a Sweet Roll. The horror. Because that's Sweet Roll. Can we take Sweet Roll with us? Apparently we can take Sweet Roll with us. So now we have Anja and a fox named Sweet Roll. You're kind of ratty looking. What do you got around your neck? Oh, you're wearing a collar. Yeah, you look possessed. Does the Sweet Roll look possessed? Waiting for his head to start spinning around and like green pea soup to come flying out of his mouth. Let's go take out the bandits for the Jarl of Falkreath.
Damn scar.
Into the shadows.
Need to see a healer once I've paid off my bounty.
Splendid. Another Nord.
Why are we boxing it?
Face your death with some honor.
Yeah!
Got me!
Yeah!
Okay, Sweet Roll, you're kind of getting in the way.
Your destiny is sealed.
If it's a fight you want,
I'll grant you a worthy demise. I've got a present for you.
Oh my gosh, really?
you ain't the first person I've killed, and you won't be the last.
Come on, Anja, help me out here, girl.
I love the challenge.
Yeah! Ha!
Thanks, Anja. Okay, I don't know where his stuff went, but at least he's not trying to kill me. Alright. Let me guess, someone stole your Sweet Roll. No, Sweet
My
Roll's right
childhood was
there.
filled with heartache and disappointment. Being a foundling and looking strange doesn't sit well with the other children. If it wasn't for my sister,
A basket of flowers. And Fulmer armor. With dwarven boots. That's very interesting.
let's find the bandit chief. They almost always pay good bounty.
Yeah, I don't know about Sweet Roll. It's possessed fox following me around. I think we already took the bandit chief out. Well, there are bedrolls here. Maybe we should use one. Learning Xedit. Things are starting to click. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it'll show you everything that a plugin does. Everything. So it's a really good way to look inside and go, okay, how, you know, what makes it tick? And it'll also show you all the, what does it conflict with in your load order? Everything that it conflicts with. But you kind of have to pick a certain thing. So let's say it's a magic effect, or let's just say it's the model, like the one that Biggie showed. Okay, he was looking at Baldur's Dagger, and he had artifacts and JK's daggers, and he wanted, and some other one that changed the what Baldur's Dagger did on hit, and he wanted to keep what Baldur's Dagger did on hit, but he wanted JK's model. So he was patching it in Xedit to take the parts that he wanted. And just like he said, that's something you can't really do in load order. So, which is true, you can't. You have to make a patch for it. Okay, we gotta go talk to Muri. We gotta return to Sid Gear. Speak to Laud. That must be in Solstheim. Alright, so we got a couple things to do in Falkreath. Go body, you too. All I have to do to find you, Louis, is follow the corpses of rats. I don't know where that came from, in left field. Yeah, it says I'm running like 30 frames a second right here. I don't know why. What's my draw calls here? 11,000, so it's not that. It's not my GPU usage either. We are pulling 20 gigs worth of VRAM, which is an awful lot considering I ran VRAMer. It's CPU. You're not gonna let me... It's not letting me use my Alt key to pet him. Yeah, my game's being weird.
Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around.
Oh, we don't have that dialogue.
Teach them to stop paying me. Here, you deserve a reward for your service. You know what? I like you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold. Talk to my steward if you're interested.
Is there anything else you need, my Jarl?
There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane.
Procuring supplies is a guessing game.
It would be an honor.
Weapons sell well, though.
On your way, then.
Careful with that, Ninja. Our merchant could be selling weapons.
Come and see me again sometime. I might have some use for you.
I learned pretty quickly never to give up. Never to show fear.
So let's see.
And above all, never show.
Let's see if reshade is being the problem. Yeah, it's pulling 20 gigs worth of VRAM. I don't... It's like VRAMer's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Sir Lord, is it true you weren't always a blacksmith?
Yes, I was Dengir's personal guard for years. I risked my hide more than once to protect him.
You must miss those days. But if you can't swing your weapon, forging one's the next best thing.
$38 without reshade and 38 with. So it's not reshade. We are using like 97% of our GPU. Why are we using so much GPU? I mean, if we're actually scaling it, it shouldn't be using that much. And why are we using so much VRAM? All right, I don't know. We're going to take a look at that, because that frame rate still sucks. And I'm not going to bore y'all. So, since there's only one person in here, thanks for hanging out. I'm guessing it's Gears. And I'm gonna try to fix this. See what I can do. So until next time, peace out, peeps. Have fun.